Hey guys, Shane here from CrossFit HF, helping you go further, faster in fitness. In today's stretching video, we have two shoulder piece mobilities to start with. The first is a barbell, we call barbell smash. We grab a barbell, we pop it down on our trap, and then we smash that tissue between the barbell and our body. It's going to create lengthening of the tissue that might be bound up. So if you have tight traps, it'll lengthen that tissue out. It'll unglue and unstick that first rib so that when we go overhead, it's a little bit more comfortable. And the second piece we have is in the lat. Now remember, a lat is an internal rotator. It rotates the shoulder in and it pulls the arm down. So if that's tight, every time you do the opposite, external rotation and pressing, it can be affected. So if you find that overhead work is hard or snatch work is hard, then these two mobility pieces are a must for you before, during, and after some sessions. On the lat piece, you lay over the roller and you open that tissue up by rolling in, out, pressing, in, out, pressing, and then rolling backwards and forwards. You'll see in the second part of this clip, on the mobility clip, that I roll over onto my back, give myself a really big hug to get my scaps out of the way and put the tissue forward, and then I mobilize all that tissue that sits in my rhomboids, secondary muscles that kind of help in most of those movements. Give it a go. If you have any questions about it, let me know. We have a few other pieces coming up, so keep your eye out. Hey guys, so this mobility piece is for those of you who may already be suffering a bit of shoulder pain. It's called the Feldenkrais, and there are a few different versions of this movement. I'm gonna go through a couple with you now, but basically this is to help us get out of pain that we might already be suffering, help us prevent pain, and just restore proper movement of the shoulder and the shoulder girdle. So you'll need a smaller roller for this one. It should be no bigger than the size of your palm. If you have a small palm, maybe you might need to get a smaller towel and roll your towel up, or maybe a pool noodle or something that's a bit smaller. If you have a really big hand, it means you're a bigger human generally, and you might need a bigger roller, but most of us are gonna be fine with this diamond roller. Now lay it down like a pillow, so it is basically exactly where your head would go at night. One arm out in front, in this recovery position is how we start. And we're gonna go arm on the hip. We're gonna roll down our legs onto the floor, reaching as far in front of the other hand as we can, and rotating back all the way around. Big, just relax. Big reach, like a big circle until we get back to our butt and our hip, and then we do it again. So I'll do a few. Now start with that one. If you feel that there's a little bit of pain, you should see that pain dissipate over the next couple of weeks of trying this if you're doing it every day. Otherwise, if it's too much, just go back to what we call the archer. It's still a version of the Feldenkrais, but the archer, we start in front and we pull back like a bow and arrow. Pull back like a bow and arrow all the way through until your elbow rotates down onto the floor behind you. Open up. Turn the head, back in, and back down the arm. Now it doesn't feel like a lot is going on. When you do this, it's probably gonna feel a little bit easy, but I highly recommend it for anybody that's suffering a little bit of shoulder pain. It opens up the chest. It gets your thoracic spine rotating and moving. It opens up your obliques, QL, opens up your hips a little bit. It's a great functional exercise and strengthening and stretching mobility piece that will help you hopefully get a little bit less pain in your shoulder. Give it a go, try it out along with the other mobility pieces that we've recommended, and let me know how you feel.
Just doing the mobility.